Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review and part 2 of the TWS. Wait a minute, let me get the ginormous name out. I am just not even prepared. The VTG 80 CTS chassis kit. So, I discussed a little bit in the first time about, or the first video about some of the fiddliness. Well, now it is together. Now I've run it around the shop a little bit just to see how things are. Still not done with the body. Unfortunately, I've been super busy, and this body requires firm attention to detail. So, let me just show you the chassis. As you're looking at it from above right now, very clean. Plenty of room to mount electronics. I used a 1060 hobby wing. You know, did we need any more? It's going to be mostly a trail truck. Plenty of space. Had an old Tactic radio sitting around, which coincidentally was the very first item I bought from my local hobby shop when he opened. You know, TWS, just like a lot of other people, very proud of their emblem, gave it a little bit of love on the battery hold down. Now, for some reason, this Crawlmaster Sportsmaster or Crawlmaster Sport is not very noisy in this vehicle. So, you know, here we go. There's what I was talking about with the front, very accurate CJ front bumper. There's the cover. Whoop. Swing it around. There's the cover, TWS, but it's inlaid. And obviously we don't want to focus. So, inlaid, haven't quite figured out if I'm going to detail that up. But hey, metal shocks, very nice, very smooth. I've got the light springs on it, I believe. We will cover some of the instructions. You know, I use the stock wheels. Let's flip that around. The CVD end of it sticks out very far. I am going to look at getting some bigger hubs for it, the insert hubs. It'll give me a little bit of width, but hopefully take this down so I can actually use some of my scale bits on it. Now, before I get to the body, let me thank Nash from TWS. He's got other things to do, but he's commenting on my video. And for those of you that don't know, I have an Instagram page. I know. Old guy on Instagram, creeper. It's Jerry's Old Guy Review, and he found it, and he's commented on my Instagram. So let me just tell you, I've kind of separated it. Even though it's the same name as the channel, I have kind of separated it. But hey, look for Jerry's Old Guy Review on Instagram. A lot of times I post pictures of projects that I'm working on before the videos come out. So if you're interested, didn't tell Nash about that. He went and found my Instagram. Thank you, Nash. Thank you for, checking in to make sure that the kit came complete. And, for the rest of you, let me show you. Here's a bag. This is all the extra bits. I have got extra bits for days, to include the other set of springs. How many other kits come like this? Also, here's all the extra hardware You know, that'll look good in my parts bin. And, oh, I dumped my little bag out. So when you're doing the body, when all you have is the body left, you just get this little bag. Comes with a little tiny screwdriver. And you just got the nuts and bolts to fit this on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's all I've got left for the body. And we will get to the body. But for those of you, here's the kit all together. You know, got it set up with chassis mounted servo. The differentials look pretty good. They are not overly huge like a lot of the kits that I mentioned before. Very clean. Very clean. This is going to be an excellent, scale rig to run the trails with, but, haven't quite decided yet. From the picture from the first video, here's some RC four-wheel drive wheels. This is the wagon wheel that's on my 1-to-1 CJ7. I don't know if I'm just going to paint these up or I'm going to get the bigger hubs. I'm going to have to see because these are bigger. Going to have to see how they look on there. But before we get to the body, let's just shwink. Let me just show you some of the scale details. So here is oh, you stupid focus. Focus. This is the rear view mirror or the side view mirrors. I put a little flat coating of paint on them. My 1-to-1, my go-to, rubberized undercoat and black paint. But to go with that mirror is the actual mirror. And this Focus is driving me insane today. What is your deal, Focus? So let's just do a quick little together. Got to be careful. So that's how it sits. Actually, that is the wrong way around. It's going to go like this. There's the reflective coating. That is accurate to an actual, actually I'm screwing it all up. That is accurate to an AMC CJ7, CJ5. That is exactly what the 1-to-1 looks like. The 3 screws, the little swooshes on the side. That is perfect. Also, so you get your hard taillight assemblies. So I used the sticker, but I painted it red on the inside. But there you go. Nice. You can do a reverse light, you can do the main brake light, and those little screws are microscopic. And that is what this little guy is for. Let's see if we can focus on that. Probably not, because you're a pain in my butt today. We're not going to see that. What I haven't put in the main part of the body yet, there's the brake pedals, park and brake, clutch, brake, gas. Haven't done it yet. More hard details. There's all the side lights. There's a sticker on there. Plus, I ran a little paint on the backside, just in case they don't make light buckets. Wow. There comes the heater on. They don't have light buckets on the side lights. What else do we got? Oh, I have my piece of tape with many parts on it. Side door, outside handle, outside door outside door hinge, and the hood hold downs. hard parts come in the kit. You can use the stickers or you can use that. So now, let's just do a quick perusaling. I showed you guys this before, but I'm going to tell you that, very important, I'm going to show you this little secret. These are, if you get this kit, these are the closest to all the millimeters that they list in here. So, showing this is what I went and, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I shouldn't show my company. But using my computer system at work, I was able to, for drill bits, transfer these all over. So that's done. We're moving along. I mean, you could get a set of these. I needed a new set, so you could get the step bits, but they don't really go down as small as you need. And that's how things start out here. Start out, oh, that's the wrong page. Wait a minute. Page 4, okay. So, where is the first page that starts with all the holes? Oh, right here. Duh. So, this shows you, if you're going to use the hard parts, where you cut the grill out. All the hole sizes for, you have to drill 4 holes in each tail light, 2 for the screws that hold it on, reverse light, brake light. You have to cut the hole out if you want to use the hard insert for the gas door or the gas cap. You have to drill these out if you're going to use the hinge system that I will show you. Shows you how to work on the hard part. Don't get overzealous trying to figure. They're showing, this is OEM. They are showing you what the actual AMC looked like. It will show you how to put those together. Tail lights, how to mount them. They call it an oil tank cover, but it's a gas cap. Shows you how to make the rear bumper hinge with or without. And you get all the extra parts. You're going to have hinges that are going to create the illusion of a rear hinge for the rear tailgate, but they are functional because you have to mount the hinge mount. Here it is without. Then you have to just glue these covers on. And then it just slowly goes through as you do it. You are going to want to sit and read these instructions ahead of time. Here's something that chapped me. So they show you how to put this all on. Right here is the screws that come out to remove or to fold down the front window. They are not molded on the vehicle. They are not a sticker. Hey Nash, heads up, let's get a sticker or mold this in. I'm going to make a sticker, but hey, not a lot of us have, a bunch of junk laying around that they can cut their own decals out. This right here on the insert, this is the interior. These screws that you mount the cage on, this plastic is very thin. So you want to be very careful when you're drilling it. The doors, when you cut these out, these little wings fold down that you can two-side tape them on with. You're going to want to make sure they're perfectly straight before you two-side tape them. Everything else, self-explanatory, has a screw, but you have to glue the steering wheel on. You have to glue the oh shit bar on. It says on the pedal, it doesn't really show mounting it. I haven't mounted it yet. I'm going to put it together and decide if a figure fits in there. This is a fiddly bit. So, what I should have done, that I did, didn't was I had to tape this off because there's no sticker there's only one window sticker for both of these. So I had to tape that off, make my own window sticker. But when I backed it up, I should have taped the inside off and kept it the blue color, because when I put these two together, I didn't tape this one off, which I should have also. So when these go together, they're both blue with no backing. And I'll show you how that was a bit fiddly. So door panels, once they mount them on, hey Nash, I want to buy another one, and I'm going to make that one with no doors on it. This is just the assembly of the interior. The seats, I'll show you something about that kind of chapped me a little bit. The gear levers, no screws on those. You have to glue those in. And that's about it with that. With the instructions, with this, you're going to want to sit and just plan it out. Because I'm going to tell you right here. This was my best friend during this build. I'm sorry, I'm American, I like standard, but being RC related, I have had no problem with adapting to millimeters. When I'm putting bolts together, I would really like to have a millimeter gauge at the bottom of every page, not a centimeter. I am not gonna sit and try to figure centimeters to millimeters every time. So there's one of my hiccups with the owner's book. Other than that, this owner's book was very good. My biggest issue comes with this kit is set up for the servo on axle setup. That's what these instructions are for. You go online to get the chassis mounted servo, and that's where you run into the fact that they want you to completely build this first and then take it apart to do the chassis mounted servo. So what I did, I was going to do it as I went along. Wow, was that a pain? Because they're doing it in reverse. You're trying to do it forward. Little bit of a hiccup. You know what, Nash? I can help out with these instruction books. If we want to, hook up together, maybe I can decipher these a little better. But other than that, not super, because I built a lot of kits. So not a big issue to try to decipher. I'm going to tell you, once you've torn an HG apart and tried to use the owner's book to put different things in, yeah, you've got the patience of a saint and the imagination of a Marvel movie maker. Now, let's get to that body. Ho, ho. Look at that. I'm going to tell you, I did a little bit. I put a little mesh in there. These bottom stickers, I should have trimmed them better. But, hey, first time I'm working things out. The headlight assemblies, right here, chrome around the outside. Anybody can do it with a paint marker. They are shaped perfectly like the OG AMC CJ. Beautiful. Put a little chrome around them. Perfect. I wanted to just, while I'm working on it, to just show some of the effects. So here's some of the scale accessories. There is the hood hinges. This piece could actually be a little bit darker, maybe with a molding around the outside, which I'm going to do, but I haven't got there yet. Wiper arms, generally chrome with just the wiper mounted. There's no sticker on this black piece the stripe that I put down there. That is the OE weather rubber. So when you fold that window down and when you fold it back up, keeps things out. So boom, they had it molded in there. Beautiful. It comes with an antenna mount. I'm going to tell you, I have to clean these up. So don't blow me up right now. I took, thanks to the teeny tiny little drill bits I had to buy for this, drilled a hole in the top of it, heated up the end of that. God, will you focus? Heated up that rod and stuck it in there. Almost identical to the one on mine. There's one of the door moldings. There's the door handle. Now, there we go. Rubberized undercoat. Yeah, there's a little bit of fuzzies. Will you zoom? There's where one of the plastic lenses is going to go. You know, shabing, this one. Got that Renegade and higher trim package sticker on it. Same thing, rubberized undercoat on the front again. This is where another orange lens is going to go. Now, I did some of the back here. So here's the step with the hinges, gas door, one taillight's on. See how tiny that is. Those little holes. And when I flip it over, there's the hinge, mounts right onto the back of the chassis. Very nice. Let's get to that interior. So here's what I was talking about. Oh, gee, will you zoom? You know, I did the inside, not even thinking about that this wasn't completely flush. But there it is again, rubberized undercoat. And because an OE style, what they call a dash pad, it's got a Jeep sticker. It says Jeep on it. So I put that on. There is one of the inserted doors. I just put a, little bit of a tan stripe in it. Not getting crazy with detailing those, but very bare bones. Now, what I'm going to do, we're going to sit this on here for now. There is the hook. Get in there, you. I apologize if this is taking long. Boom. Hinges on. Here's something I didn't notice when we first built it. So, the grill fits down in there. You put two nuts in there. It's going to be a pain to do it all the time, but there is the screws. So that is your hinge system. And boom, we're going to set that off to the side over here. Because now the only bit left is the interior. There we go. Shift knobs. So I did, since TWS has beautiful overspray covers on these. Very thick, very nice for cutting out and doing stuff. So because this is where the rear shock mounts are, I just made it like a box. I was going to do some more to this, but as I was going to start cutting the overspray wrap off of it, this is really thin. And I actually cut through part of it. I'm going to have to find it and mend it. But I did that texture. I just did the roll bar, so we took away some of that plasticky look. The seats, I did the center console because textured, again, that looks almost identical to an OEM one. But now we've got an open top. The seats have a nice texture. I got to clean that one up. They have a nice texture to them, and the color is just right. So I left them. I didn't even paint the seats. But come on, guys. Let's make a back insert for these. If we're going to make an open top Jeep, you know, let's put something in there. You know, I'm kicking around some ideas, but beautiful. And let's just experiment with it real quick. So, put that in there just for a little of the old proverbial shits and giggles. Oh, you know what? I might have to screw around with my wiring. I may have to do that. What's my wiring catching on something? Oh, there's something else to think about. When doing this, you're going to have to put it together, and then you're going to have to lower it because it looks like my channel wires may have to go forward a bit because they are catching right on the bottom. So yeah, move that all the way up to the front and it should clear it. And then what else? Wow, maybe I'm going to have to put the quick run up there too. Didn't look at that ahead of time. Guess I should have planned that out better. So, looks like I have got some more playing to do to make this fit. Yeah. That's catching. I'll have to move that all the way. That's going to be kind of rude, though. That's okay. We'll get that body squared up. Redo the electronics. But, you know, I was kind of wanting to show you that. But it's still going to be nice. Let's just yoink that out of the way. Because the top can go back down. And then we'll do a quick floor level. But, you know, except for the little things I mentioned. And, you know, here's the fact that here's some of that two-sided tape. This is the skinny stuff. I'm going to try it. I've been using RTV for some of these effects. I'm going to try something different with it. So there's where we are for now. Very pleased with this kit. Sorry this video ended up being long, but I feel that, you know, in the long run, this could help people out. You know, it's a nice kit. I recommend, you know, for those of us that love some old stuff, this is going to be an excellent build when I'm done. And I can't wait to get it out. Oh, wait a minute, because now what do we have to look forward to now? Oh, look what's happened. All right, well, thanks, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, Part 2, TWS build with tips. I'll talk to you later.